Introduction to lists in C#. Lists are a versatile data structure in C# that allow you to store and manipulate collections of objects. They provide dynamic resizing, indexing, and a wide range of built-in methods for efficient data manipulation. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to create, add, remove, access, and perform common operations on lists in C#. Creating a list. To create a list in C#, you need to specify the type of objects it will hold. Here's an example of creating an empty list of integers. Adding elements to a list. You can add elements to a list using the add method. Here's an example of adding integers to a list. Removing elements from a list. To remove elements from a list, you can use methods like remove, at, or remove range. Here's an example of removing elements from a list. Accessing elements in a list. You can access individual elements in a list using index notation. The index starts from 0 for the first element. Here's an example of accessing elements in a list. Checking if an element exists in a list. You can check if an element exists in a list using the contains method. It returns a Boolean value indicating whether the element is present. Here's an example. Sorting a list. Lists in C# provide sorting capabilities through the sort method. You can sort a list in ascending or descending order. Here's an example. Counting elements in a list. To get the count of elements in a list, you can use the count property. It returns the total number of elements in the list. Here's an example. Modifying elements in a list. You can modify elements in a list by directly assigning new values to specific indices. Here's an example. In this tutorial, we explored the basic operations on lists in C#. We learned how to create a list, add and remove elements, access individual elements, check for element existence, sort a list, count elements, and modify elements. Lists are widely used in C# to store and manipulate data efficiently. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to support the creation of more content like this.